Okay, hello everyone, my name is Phil and today I'm going to show you how to take an image like this and put on your own images. We're going to do it in a way that we can keep going back and changing it up all the time. That's going to be wonderful. So for starters, I'm going to create a rectangle with the size or the aspect ratio of 100 to 141. The reason I'm doing this is because that is the exact size ratio of the A format, so like A4, A3, A2, so on and so forth. I have a square. I'm going to right click. I'm going to say convert to smart object. I'm going to lower the opacity. I did that by pressing 4 on the keyboard. Going to move it over here. I'm going to scale it down just ever so slightly. Maybe I'm actually not. I'm going to scale it up a little bit again. There we go. And then I'm going to Command T, right click, press warp. And here I'm going to zoom in. And you see I'm going to place this point here. I'm going to drag the handles. So this is pretty much what I'm going to do for all the corners. I'm just going to speed it up from here, so you don't have to watch me go through all this. Okay, so right now I'm having a bit of an issue with seeing what I'm actually doing. So I'm going to make an adjustment layer, a levels layer. I'm just going to crank it all the way up so I can see what the freak I'm doing. I'm going to lower the opacity a little bit more on this. And you can see, yeah, I'm close to the edge. It's fine for now. I'm going to set the opacity back to 100. I did that by pressing 0. Just going to delete this levels. There we go. Zoom back out. Now, if I double click here, I'm going to open the original black rectangle that we right clicked and set to smart object. I'm going to open that as a flat image. And what that means is I can go in here for my piece of artwork. I can copy it and I can go over here and I can paste it. Now, my artwork is quite high in resolution and the rectangle we created wasn't. But that's okay. I can scale it down, scale it up, and it sort of fits. So there we go. Here, Command or Control S to save. You can see it's saving. I can close it down and then go back here. And ta-da! You would see it has now updated our placeholder. I'm having some issues with the fact that this doesn't align as perfectly with the scene as it could or should. The first thing I'm going to do to change this is go image, adjustment, levels, because if we look at this image, we can see that the whites are not totally white and the blacks are not totally black. So I'm just going to push the levels down here so that the blacks are a bit more gray and so that the whites are a bit more gray. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this and I'm going to go in here. In the original layer, I'm just going to duplicate it for safety. Just going to take the razor, click. It's going to ask if I want to rasterize it. I would. Now you see the smart layer feature disappears. And I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to start by having Photoshop help me remove the individual elements. And I'm going to scrub it a bunch with this tool. So I'll speed it up as well, so you don't have to sit through it. That worked better than you could have hoped for. What we have created now is sort of a base for our artwork to sit on, but actually what I want to do is I want to click the artwork, and if I hold Command and Control and click the little thumbnail here, you'll see the marquee tool turn on and off, and that will actually make the selection from this layer despite us being down here. Then I can Command J to duplicate. And now I have, if I disable everything else, I just have sort of the gray values of the page. If I move this up, turn on our original layer and set this to multiply, you will see how much of a difference that made. Wow, that is incredible. Cool. And that's actually pretty much it. Hope you found it useful. Hope you learned a little something. Until next time, see you, have a good time, enjoy, and bye-bye.